Subaru sleeping with Carson. Safety disclosure is don't do anything that's dangerous. Don't do anything that I've done. Do everything that you want to do the way you want to do it, not the way I did it. Don't get in trouble. Be safe and wear safety protection. I'm sure people watching this will be like, that guy is a complete moron. And perhaps. I definitely don't know how to use this fire starter. I do finally get it started towards the end, but I don't know how to transfer this into my solo stove. So, in the end, don't be afraid to ask for help or go on YouTube and find it there.
YouTube was very helpful, and I found a great resource that showed me how to make this fire starter, and here we go.
The ingredients were paraffin wax, petroleum jelly, cotton balls, which I actually didn't end up using. I used these cotton little rounds, and they worked great as well. A little base to heat it all up in, a little candle, and I'll show you how it all came together just like I was showed on YouTube. I didn't have any wax other than these tea light candles. I actually had 3 of them, so I crushed up 2 of them into this little bottom part of a can that I cut open, and that worked great. The instructions were to light the candle and then place the can, which you've cut a little hole into so the air can get to it, and place the wax on top of it to melt. Again, the ingredients called for cotton balls, which I will use in the future, but I didn't have any, so I used these little cotton rounds. I'm seeing tying some of them together. That is probably unnecessary, as the wax pretty much holds them together. I have a little piece of foil here. I didn't have any large amount of petroleum jelly, but I had a little small kind of application for lips, really, that I borrowed from my wife. And I used that. I brought over the little base with a pair of pliers because it was hot. I coated the bottom half of all the cotton rounds. And then when that dried, I then spread the petroleum jelly on the other half and kind of mixed it all in. I'm not shown doing it, but when it's all said and done, the remaining tea light that I used to light it all with, I poured out the remainder of that wax on all these little components here. And when it's all done, I just folded it up and put this in a plastic bag, and I have some DIY fire starters, which I'll show you how they work soon. As I load one of these up in my solo campfire stove, I used a match which didn't initially get it going, but the second one definitely did. I then added some dry wood that I have to kind of get my fire started in there, and then loaded up the rest of the way with sticks. I guess they were a little wet, even though I had dried them for quite some time, but they definitely got going, a little smoke at the beginning, but after that, the solo campfire stove worked exactly as it was advertised. It got extremely hot, and the top little ventilated holes could be seen uh, spewing out air that created almost a little burner effect like on a stove where the fire's just coming out strong. But it worked awesomely. As far as I'm concerned, those little DIY petroleum jelly, cotton ball, paraffin wax fire starters are definitely the easiest way to go that really get a fire going.